The Superman 5-film 4K collection has been announced, but it may not be the 5 films that you think. House of a Thousand Corpses gets 2 special edition Blu-ray sets, but where's the 4K? Megan gets an official Blu-ray announcement that includes the unrated cut. Criterion unveils their new May slate, including Thelma and Louise on 4K. And it has been rumored that we will be getting the classic 80s Western Young Guns on 4K this year from Lionsgate. All this and more in the next Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. And we are here today for the Physical Media Report, episode 148. That is right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of 4K and Blu-ray. And man, guys, man, do we have a ton of stuff to talk about here today. I'm going to cover some rumors. I've got some news. I've got some deals. I've got what is new this week. There's all kinds of awesome stuff coming out this week. But look, before we get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We talk all things physical media on this channel, so if you like that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button, then hit the bell notification as well for all future videos. And then comment down below, guys, of everything that we discuss here today. We've got a lot of stuff to get into. What are you the most excited about? What are you the most amped up for? And what gets your juices flowing the most? Let me know in that comment section below. Like I said, we have got so much to talk about. I'm really going to have to start pacing myself with these reports. I've been getting a lot of comments, people saying, Ken, you need to slow down. You need to take a breath. Maybe I do need to take a breath, guys. But look, let's get into the rumors. Let's talk about Young Guns coming to 4K. So again, this is not officially announced. So this is supposed to be coming out from Lionsgate. So apparently over the weekend or sometime this happened, the writer John Fusco, who wrote the films, both the films, I think, Young Guns 1 and 2, which we'll talk about here in a second, tweeted about being interviewed for the special release. So he actually tweeted that he was being interviewed. I wonder if studios get mad about that when they're kind of spoiling stuff ahead of time. So he initially stated in this tweet, and this is where it got a little bit confusing, that not just Young Guns was coming to 4K, but Young Guns 1 and 2 would be coming to 4K. But this is not the case, since part 2 is owned by Fox and part 1 is owned by Lionsgate. They could not make this happen. So I know a lot of people saw that. I think Dawn of the Disc posted this on his page last week, which he has corrected the mistake, that both of them were coming to 4K from Lionsgate. That is not the case. Only part 1 is coming to 4K from Lionsgate. And I made a video this year actually talking about 4Ks that I thought would likely come out in 2023, and Young Guns was one of those. So I was right, guys. I was right about Young Guns. But it's the 35th anniversary of the film. It's a beloved Western comedy movie. I watched this movie for the first time last year during Western Month. I did enjoy it. I didn't love it. We are just getting the first one on 4K from Lionsgate. So I imagine that we're gonna get a regular Lionsgate slipcover release, and we're also going to get an awesome Lionsgate Steelbook with Young Guns, which I'm all for. I'm all for all the Lionsgate Steel that they can throw at me for sure. But yeah, since part 2 is Fox, that's owned by Disney, we're not going to get part 2. So that's very disappointing. Again, I know a lot of people were excited when that was initially announced that we were going to get both, but we are only getting part 1 on 4K. And again, this is not officially announced yet. It's possible that something happens. This doesn't happen at all. That's the whole nature of the rumor section, guys. Some of this stuff may not happen, but I would say that this has been very heavily indicated. The writer said that he was being interviewed. Obviously, they're doing new special features with this release. I would say that this is pretty much a sure thing that we're getting Young Guns on 4K at some point this year. So let's go ahead and get into the next rumor. And this one I was actually pretty excited about. I kind of glossed over it, but when I started to do a little research, I saw this on Dawn of the Disc page on Instagram. So apparently High Tension is being worked on to come out, some kind of special edition release from Second Sight, which I'm super excited about. I have High Tension on DVD. I watched this movie for the first time like 5 or 6 years ago. This movie is crazy. Like, it's such a good movie. It's a French film. It's a French horror film. And it is nuts, like the directions that it goes in. I really loved it though, but I just have it on DVD, so I would be so down for upgrading this on Blu-ray, and a nice Second Sight edition would be incredible. So yeah, apparently this is according to Dawn of the Disc on its Instagram page. Second Sight is working on what I would assume to be a Blu-ray release. Again, it wasn't specified, but I don't think they're going to do a 4K, a High Tension. I would love it if they did, but I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a Blu-ray release coming from Second Sight later this year. So Second Sight, guys, absolutely killing it. I cannot wait to get Texas Chainsaw Massacre on 4K. They got another announcement, 4K announcement we're going to talk about later. The Hitcher on 4K is supposed to be coming. I'm just so excited for what Second Sight's going to bring us this year. So yeah, this one for sure I will get because I do really love this movie and I do not have it upgraded to Blu-ray yet. So that one's going to be a no-brainer for me. So hopefully we'll get an official announcement for that soon. But that's the rumors, guys. Let me know which one of those you're most excited about in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and jump into the news and announcements, guys, because we have got so much to cover here. So the Superman 5-film 4K collection. It hasn't been like officially announced by Warner Brothers, but the image of the cover is on Blu-ray.com. And this is supposed to be coming out on April the 18th for Warner Brothers. You're going to get, again, this is a 5-film collection. A lot of people assume that we were going to get Superman Returns from 2006 with Brandon Routh. We are not getting that film in this set. The 5 films that are in this set are Superman, Superman 2, the theatrical cut, and then Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. So they are counting the 2 versions of Superman 2 as 2 films in this set. So we are not getting Superman Returns. I know there was some confusion with that. So you're going to be getting the theatrical and Donner cut for Superman 2 and no Return. So, and again, of course, you're going to be getting Superman 3, Superman 4 as well, which a lot of people were saying, I don't need those movies. I know that, again, I've seen parts of 2, I know, because I remember the diner scene, I think, in that movie. I remember some parts of Superman 2, but I have not seen these movies in their entirety. So I am so excited to watch all of these in 4K when it comes out. I know a lot of people aren't fans of 3 and 4. I've seen a lot of people comment, I'm not going to pick this up because I don't need 3 and 4. I'm going to grab this whole thing. I'm excited about all of it. So let me know where you lie in the comment section below. Are you going to pick and choose? Because there is going to be a slipcover option. They just showed off the slipcovers. Now, Superman is already out on 4K. It's been out on 4K for a while, but Superman 2 is supposed to be getting a standalone slipcover with the Donner cut and the original cut on there as well. And then Superman 3 and Superman 4 are going to be getting standalone slips as well. So are you going to get just Superman 2 on 4K and just kind of leave out 3 and 4? Or are you going to get the whole pack? Let me know where you lie on that in the comment section below. So we talked about the whole Zavi situation, how they're not shipping to the US. I made a whole video about it a couple of weeks ago, but the Superman 5-film 4K Steelbook collection by Warner Brothers is supposed to be coming out on April the 17th. As of right now, it's on Zavi to pre-order. That actually went up a few days ago to pre-order the Steelbook set, and it's an incredible looking Steelbook set with the Steelbooks like for the actual movie Superman, Superman 2, Superman 3 are incredible Steelbooks. It's in a box set. There's some booklets and stuff in this set. So there's a lot of great looking stuff in this box set Steelbook release, but it was only available for pre-order on Zavi. So naturally, everybody in the US got afraid. They're like, oh, we're only going to be able to get this from Zavi, and they're not shipping to the US now. Now, maybe by the time this comes out, they'll drop that whole thing. They'll have it sorted out because they said that this was not going to be, or they did not intend it to be a permanent thing. Like they're trying to get this fixed right now. They're in the process of trying to get this fixed, but they cannot ship to the US. So maybe this won't be a problem by the time April 17th comes. But right now, guys, this is available for pre-order on Amazon UK. So you can still pre-order this if you're in the US. This is not a Zavi exclusive. You can pre-order this Steelbook set on Amazon UK. I will try to link that down below. So you have other options, not just Zavi. You can get this on Amazon UK. So I want everybody to understand that you can still pre-order the Steelbook set. Now, I'm pretty sure that we'll probably get some Best Buy exclusive Steelbooks, and they'll probably be the same Steelbooks. I don't know if you'll get them in that nice box set, but I would assume because Warner Brothers, just looking at the titles they have coming out with Cool Hand Luke, Maltese Falcon, like Training Day, like they have Best Buy exclusive Steelbooks with all those. So I would assume that Superman's going to get that same Steelbook treatment at Best Buy, but I don't know if it's going to be that in that big like package set. It's just going to be like the standalone Steelbook. So it's probably going to be the same Steelbooks and they'll be at Best Buy, but they'll probably be separate, not be a part of a box set. Again, I could be wrong there. Maybe you do get this big Steelbook box set at Best Buy when it comes out. But Superman, look, any way you cut it, guys, we got Superman 1, 2, 3, 4 coming out on 4K in April. I'm excited because I have not seen any of these movies in their entirety. So I'm super excited to watch these movies for the first time. We also got Megan, guys, coming out on Blu-ray from Universal on May the 21st. Now, this is going to be the unrated cut of Megan. Now, the unrated cut is also supposed to be dropping, I think, on Peacock either this weekend or the weekend after, but it's supposed to be coming out before the Blu-ray, but we're going to get the unrated cut of Megan on Blu-ray. So I really enjoyed Megan when I saw it in the theaters, but they had to kind of tame it and neuter it down a little bit because I think they wanted to make it more accessible to a younger audience, teen audiences to go to see the PG-13 horror movie. I still really like the movie, but I think that the movie could benefit for some good like gore and blood scenes, and I think hopefully there's going to be some good stuff stuff in this unrated cut. Now, where I'm a little disappointed here, or a little conflicted with this Megan Blu-ray release, and again, I'm going to pick it up for sure. I really enjoyed this movie. Well, first off, it doesn't have a 4K announcement, and whenever something like this, a new movie comes out and it does not get a 4K, like Violet Night that just came out from Universal, didn't get a 4K, people automatically assume that at some point that 4K is coming, so they do not want to pick up this Blu-ray because they think that if they pick up the Blu-ray of Megan, then they're going to get a 4K later on this year, and then they're going to have to double dip. And I completely understand that because that seems to be a model with a lot of studios nowadays. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing because if we don't go out and support Megan and pick this up on Blu-ray, they may think that nobody wants to see Megan on physical media, so they may not do a 4K of Megan. So it's almost like we have to go and support this Blu-ray, so they release a 4K. But it's like, who wants to do that? Who wants to pick up a Blu-ray and then a 4K comes out? So it's just a whole thing with this, and I don't know what Universal is. It feels like Universal does this a lot, and they did it with the Black Phone last year. Just got a Blu-ray release. Now, if it's a mainline release like Halloween or something like that gets a 4K release, but for whatever reason, like the Black Phone didn't get a 4K, Megan didn't get a 4K, Violet Night didn't get a 4K, and these are movies that I think would benefit with great 4K transfers. So I don't know. I'm conflicted on that, but what I'm also conflicted on is I'm not 100% sure if this is the case, but when I was looking at the details, it looks like we're getting the unrated cut here, but are we also getting the theatrical cut? Because I would hate to not get that original cut of the film the way that it was first presented in the theater and only get the unrated cut. I want my options. Even though I'll watch the unrated cut, I'll probably only want to watch the unrated cut going forward. I still want the option to watch the film as it originally came out in the theaters. I don't know. I'm weird in that way, maybe. I don't know if you're like that as well, but I hope that we get both cuts in this Blu-ray release, that we get the theatrical and we get the unrated, because I don't like to be shorted on my cuts of movies. Like, I don't want just one option. I want both options for Megan, so hopefully we get it on Blu-ray when it comes out from Universal on March 21st. We also have Plane coming out on 4K and Blu-ray. Look, Lionsgate takes care of us. They put stuff out on 4K and Blu-ray, so you got to give them credit there. Plane's coming out on 4K and Blu-ray from Lionsgate on March 28th, and it doesn't matter what it is. Like, it could be like some small movie that came out in theaters that not many people went to go see. Lionsgate will put it out on 4K anyway. So again, I can't say enough good things about Lionsgate. They're incredible, guys. But Plane, look, this is a movie starring Gerard Butler. It's an action film. For what I understand, like, it takes place on a plane, like the first 5 minutes, and then the rest is like on an island. But I'm still looking forward to seeing this movie, and I will absolutely pick this up on 4K when it comes out from Lionsgate. Check this one out. This is supposed to be coming out on March 28th. So let me know if you're excited for Plane. It's the most generic action title I've ever heard in my life. But let me know if you're excited for Plane in that comment section below. All right, guys. So now we get to talk about some good old Rob Zombie. We have House of a Thousand Corpses getting not one, but 2 Blu-ray exclusive sets. So we have a Blu-ray box set, and we have a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook that's coming out from Lionsgate on April the 11th. Now, keep in mind, I said Blu-ray box set, and I just talked about Lionsgate and how great they are and how they put stuff out on 4K. Why are they not doing House of a Thousand Corpses on 4K? I have no idea. I think that this is the doing of Rob Zombie, the fact that we're not getting House of a Thousand Corpses on 4K, even though I think that this movie, from what I remember, just visually, this movie will look fantastic in 4K. So first off, like, I'm a big fan of this movie. I like House of a Thousand Corpses. I like The Devil's Rejects. I even like 3 from Hell, which did get a 4K. So I don't know. When I first saw this Steelbook, I was like, hell yes, we're getting House of a Thousand Corpses, 4K Steelbook from Lionsgate. This is going to be incredible. And that Steelbook artwork is awesome. But then I saw it was just a Blu-ray, and I'm like, damn it. Because we just got, again, this makes sense because we got 31, I think a couple of years ago, a Blu-ray Steelbook, and that was exclusive at Target, but it was in the same model as the Lionsgate stuff, but it was Blu-ray only. So I'm thinking that Rob Zombie just doesn't want to put his movies out on 4K, that he's not willing to do that restoration process. So that's the reason why we're not getting his movies in 4K. Maybe it's the reason why we're not getting the Halloween movies that he did in 4K. I don't know. Again, I know that's a whole nother situation with the Weinstein Company and all that stuff that own those movies, but I don't know. This just seems weird to me. And I was really hoping that we would get House of a Thousand Corpses on 4K. Then they would do Devil's Rejects on 4K with an awesome Steelbook. Like, there's just, I don't know. I just feel like those movies will look awesome because they had that, from what I remember, haven't seen them in a while, but they have that like old school, just like gritty, grainy, like filmic look to them. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, these movies will look incredible in 4K. But anyway, just taking all that out of it, my disappointment for these not being out on 4K. These are coming out from Lionsgate on April the 11th. So this Blu-ray box set, looks awesome. Like, it just has like all these extra like booklets and stuff. And Rob Zombie promoted both of these. I gotta give Rob Zombie credit. Promoted both of these on his social media. So like, he's really proud of these releases that are coming out. So it's getting a Blu-ray box set, which looks awesome. Then it's getting a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, which I have to collect those Steelbooks. I love those Steelbooks, and it's an awesome looking Steelbook. But I also want this box set. So then I'm thinking to myself, am I going to double dip on a Rob Zombie movie, House of a Thousand Corpses? And I like the movie, but it's just, I don't know. It's like, do I really need to double dip on this? But both of these sets are great looking, and I want them both. So let me know what your decision is in the comment section below. Are you going to get the Blu-ray box set with all the art cards and booklets and stuff? Or are you going to get that Best Buy exclusive Lionsgate Steelbook? Let me know in that comment section below. We're also getting Star Trek: The Next Generation on 4K. I've then talked about these before. You know, Insurrection, First Contact, Nemesis, Generations, all of those films, the Next Generation Star Trek movies. So you're going to be getting a 4K 4-film box set, and you're also going to get these individually with slipcovers. So that artwork has been revealed. So I do like that they're keeping with the same type of artwork that they had with the original Star Trek box sets, with the original 4 and then the 6 that they decided to slide in there later on, a year later. So this is supposed to be coming out from Paramount on April the 4th. So really like the artwork on this one. You got, you know, Picard front and center on the cover, which looks awesome. So yeah, if you're a Star Trek fan, I have to imagine you're probably pretty excited about this set that's coming out. We also have Cinderella coming out on 4K. The original animated Cinderella is coming out on 4K from Disney. So this is supposed to be getting a Disney Movie Club exclusive on March the 28th. And a lot of people were afraid that this was only going to get the Disney Movie Club exclusive, but that is not the case. Everyone is going to be able to pick this up. It's going to be available to everybody on August the 1st. So Disney is putting out Cinderella on 4K. Hopefully they go back and do Snow White and some of their other classic films. I would love to see Peter Pan on 4K, Robin Hood on 4K, like some of the older Disney animated movies. I would love to see those on 4K. But yeah, Cinderella on 4K, that's definitely a big movie, so that makes sense that they'd be putting that one out. Again, this is going to be Disney Movie Club exclusive March the 28th and August the 1st for everybody else. It'll be in stores and online, available to everybody on August the 1st. We also have the Maltese Falcon, Cool Hand Luke, and Rebel Without a Cause. The 4Ks were officially announced by Warner Brothers, and these are also available for pre-order right now. I will link those pre-orders in the description below if you do want to pre-order those. Those are Amazon affiliate links, and if you use them, you will be supporting the channel, so I would definitely appreciate that. You're going to be getting Steelbooks with these as well. Again, I've showed all this stuff off before, but this is coming out on April the 4th from Warner Bros. We also got the Criterion May Titles announced this past week. Now, I did an entire video on this, so if you want all the details, go check out that video. I'll try to link it up there somewhere. But we got Thelma and Louise on 4K on May the 30th. We got Targets coming out on 4K on May 16th. We got Branded to Kill coming out on 4K on May the 9th. And we got Wings of Fire coming out on 4K on May the 2nd. And Petite Maman coming out on May the 23rd. So 3 new 4Ks in this slate, including Thelma and Louise, which I'm super excited about. But I'm also excited for Target starring Boris Karloff. I've heard some really good things about that movie, and that definitely looks and sounds really cool. So very exciting stuff coming from Criterion and May for sure. We also have Picnic at Hanging Rock coming out on 4K from Second Sight on May the 1st. So this is another big Second Sight 4K box set coming out. I don't know. I have not seen this movie. This may be one that I need to check out, and if I really like it, I might get that 4K box set because it looks like an incredible box set. I really like the artwork on it. But I don't blind buy Second Sight stuff. It's just too expensive, you know, to import and all that stuff, and just the cost. So I don't blind buy Second Sight stuff. But I don't know, this looks like a great set. So I might have to watch this, see if I like it, and then I might get that Second Sight. But again, this is a 4K. So another great 4K edition from Second Sight for sure. We got The Thing coming out. Not the original. We got The Thing from 2011 getting a Blu-ray Steelbook from Mill Creek on April the 21st. So I am actually a pretty big fan of this movie. I watched it for the first time like 3 years ago, or maybe 2 years ago, right before The Thing came out on 4K. I watched this movie, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I was like, damn, this is a great, and I had no idea it was a prequel to the first one. I thought it was a remake before I actually watched it. And I was like, damn, this is a really awesome prequel. The CGI is not great. I get that criticism 100%. It really does suck. But I think the movie is actually like a really great prequel. And The Thing is a movie that I appreciate getting some backstory on, getting to see what happened leading up to the events in the original John Carpenter's The Thing. Like, I like that we get to see like where the dog comes from and how that all just like connects at the end of it. I think that's super awesome. And I really enjoyed that Thing prequel. So this is getting a steelbook, and this steelbook looks incredible as well with the blues and the reds, the fire and the snow, just that kind of contrasting look. Looks incredible. So I will absolutely be picking up this steelbook from Mill Creek. And I believe this is also going to be a Walmart exclusive steelbook due out on April the 21st. We also have the City of the Lost Children coming out on 4K from Studio Canal. This is supposed to be coming out later this year. This is getting a new restoration and new interview in it as well. So the City of the Lost Children, I thought that looked familiar, and I was like, that was a part of the Sony box set. So we already have this movie out on 4K in that Sony Pictures Classic box set. So again, this says new restoration. So this is a complete new restoration from Studio Canal, or are they using the same one from Sony? Again, it says a new restoration. Again, sometimes you don't quite know what that means. Like maybe they are using a new restoration, but maybe it was the same new restoration that Sony did. So I'm not 100% sure if it's a brand new restoration. I don't know what was wrong with the Sony one that they would have to do another one. But again, getting a new interview, so I guess it's worth it for that alone. Bad Lieutenant starring Harvey Keitel, which I've just heard the craziest things about this movie, especially the scene with Harvey doing the full frontal nudity stuff. This is coming out from Kino Lorber sometime soon. You know, they do that stuff a lot. They'll just kind of say, we're doing this, and then it'll go quiet, and then they'll actually announce it like 5 or 6 months later. But Bad Lieutenant's coming to 4K from Kino Lorber, so definitely excited stuff. This is supposed to be having HDR and Dolby Vision as well. So yeah, Bad Lieutenant, I'm really looking forward to watching this one. I've heard some crazy things about this movie. Dead Silence, the special features for the 4K release from Screen Factory has been revealed. So apparently we are getting 2 cuts of this movie. Theatrical is 4K and the unrated is Blu-ray. So again, this is complete opposite of what Screen Factory just did with Dawn of the Dead, whereas the unrated cut was the 4K and the theatrical was the Blu-ray. Can't you just try to do both just to make people happy? Because somebody's going to complain about that for sure. But yeah, theatrical is on 4K, unrated is on Blu-ray. And you're also going to be getting new interviews with Leigh Whannell and James Wan. That's why I thought this was worth mentioning, because James Wan and Leigh Whannell actually came back and Screen Factory got them to do new interviews. So I just thought that that was awesome. So I'm really looking forward to checking out Dead Silence, this 4K release from Screen Factory when it comes out. Now let's go ahead and jump into these deals, guys. We got a lot of great deals going on right now in the world of physical media. I linked most of these earlier in my community tab on YouTube because I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a heads up on these titles, but I'll go ahead and run them down again, and I will link them below in the description. So if you do want to use these links, if any of these deals sound good to you, then check out these links. They're my Amazon affiliate links, and you will be supporting the channel by using these links, and I would definitely appreciate that. The Shawscope Volume 2 collection right now, guys, is down to $104, so that's a great price for that set. I think 12 movies in that set. We got Detective Pikachu on 4K for $13.99. We got Fantastic Beasts 3, The Secrets of Dumbledore on 4K for $13.99. The Batman on 4K is $13.99. The Northman on 4K is $13.99. Ambulance on 4K is $13.99. The Matrix Resurrections on 4K is $13.99. Hold on, let me take a breath, guys. Friday the 13th collection, that big Screen Factory box set is $79.99. The Elvis on 4K is $17.99. Dune on 4K is $13.99. Criterion Godzilla set, which this has been this price for the past few weeks, is $113 right now, currently on Amazon. Jurassic World Dominion on 4K, I don't know who wants this. Somebody probably does. Is on 4K right now for $17.99. And Nope on 4K is $17.99 as well. So yeah, some really good deals going on right now in the world of physical media. So let's go ahead and jump into what is new this week. There's a lot of great stuff coming out this week for sure. February's been a very interesting month for physical media. I feel like there's been some good stuff, but I don't feel like it's reached quite those highs that January did for me. But there's definitely some cool stuff this week that I'm excited about, including the original Magnificent Seven coming out on 4K from Shout Factory for $26.99. Now, I did pre-order this title. I'm going to be getting it in this week, so I'm definitely excited about checking this movie out for the first time on 4K, and I'm definitely going to do a review for this one sometime this week. So definitely look forward to that. We also have Dazed and Confused coming out on 4K from Criterion for $35.99. So this one, I do want this movie in 4K. I really do. But $35.99, I can wait for the sale on this one because Criterion, I'm going to warn all of you all right now. If you want Dazed and Confused on 4K, just wait. Just wait a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, because Criterion usually does a flash sale in March. And it's 24 hours. I will announce it on my page, or I'll do some kind of video when they finally do it. But it's 24 hours, and you will get this title for $25 if you just wait 2 or 3 weeks. They should do that flash sale sometime in March, so definitely wait on that. Slumber Party Massacre 1 and 2 on 4K from Scream Factory is $28.99. I did want to get this. I think I'm going to hold off a little bit because it doesn't have a slipcover, so I'm just thinking, what's the rush here? We also have, in addition to Magnificent 7, we have Magnificent Warriors coming out on Blu-ray from 88 Films for $22.99. We have Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit coming out on 4K from Paramount for $20 flat. No 99s there, it's just $20 flat for Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit on 4K. We also have Philosophy in the, hold on guys, let's see if I can say this, in the Boudoir. Coming out on 4K from Blue Underground. I know a lot of people were trying to correct me on my video that I did over the weekend showing off all these Blue Underground and Mill Creek and Arrow Video titles. Philosophy in the Boudoir. Coming out on 4K from Blue Underground for $49.95. We have Justine coming out on 4K from Blue Underground for $49.95 as well. Now, what I will say with these two Blue Underground titles, they're very expensive. $50 for both of these. But I think that these are going to go down. I think that they'll go down on release day. I could be wrong, but I think that tomorrow these will go down to like $35. Again, I could be wrong, but I've seen that happen with Blue Underground stuff before, where the day of they will drop in price. So again, if you're going to get these, maybe order these tomorrow, maybe look and see if the price drops on those. But those 4Ks looked excellent, so I would recommend picking those up. Station 11, which is a show that I actually watched on HBO Max. I watched like maybe 2 or 3 episodes of it. I enjoyed it, but just never felt compelled to continue it. That's coming out from Paramount on 4K for $39.99 and Blu-ray for $29.99 as well. Interesting that a show is getting a 4K. That's not a mainstream show like House of the Dragon, Last of Us. That's getting a 4K. That just kind of seems a little strange, but I guess why not? We also had The Inspection coming out from A24 and Lionsgate. I've heard really good things about this movie. Getting a Blu-ray release for $21.99. We have The Old Way starring Nicolas Cage from Lionsgate for $21.99 on Blu-ray. We have Empire of Light coming out from Disney for $19.96, and that's coming out on Blu-ray as well with no slipcover, of course, because it's Disney. We also have Puppet Master on 4K coming out not tomorrow, on Tuesday. Again, I did a review for this one kind of when I showed off all the Mill Creek and Arrow Video and Blue Underground MVD stuff that I got. But Puppet Master 3 on 4K is going to be coming out this Friday on February the 24th, which is another title that I do recommend. I thought this movie looked great, especially if you're a Puppet Master fan. This is going to be available for $44.95. So again, a little bit pricey, but again, that price might come down at some point. So let's go ahead and jump into the Mill Creek releases coming out this week. We have Thrillers from the Vault 8-film collection coming out for $34.99. And I unboxed a lot of this stuff on my channel this past weekend, so go check out that unboxing video. Sci-Fi from the Vault 4-film collection for $17.99. Requiem for a Heavyweight coming out for $10.69. We got 4 action movies: Call the Conqueror, The Cowboy Way, End of Days, and The Jackal coming out in a 4-film Blu-ray set for $12.99. We got Running the Bases coming out on 4K for $17.99 and Blu-ray for $14.99. And I believe that marks the first time that Mill Creek has ever done a 4K release, is that Running the Bases film. So definitely significant stuff there. We got Kino Lorber releases coming out this week. 4 new Kino Lorber releases. We have The Hunter coming out for $14.99. We have The Crimson Rivers coming out for $17.99. Silent Avant-Garde coming out for $17.99. And The Werewolf of Washington coming out for $22.99 as well. We have Broker coming out from Decal Releasing for $17.29. We have Ring-a-Ding Rhythm coming out from Sony for $24.99. We have Indoshin coming out from Sony for $24.99. I have no idea if that's how that's pronounced. Indoshin, whichever one it was, that's coming out from Sony for $24.99. We have Salvatore Shoemaker of Dreams coming out from Luca Guadagnino from Sony for $24.99. We have The Retailers coming out from Quiver Films for $12.99. We have Nocibo coming out from RLJ Heat for $20.99. And we have The Price We Pay coming out from Lionsgate for $17.29. And with that, guys, we are done with this week's edition of the Physical Media Report, episode 148. I hope you feel more informed in the world of physical media. Blu-rays, 4Ks, we covered everything on this week's episode. Definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below, guys, everything that we talked about. What are you the most excited about? Turn on those bell notifications and follow me on all my social media accounts down below. I'm on Letterboxd, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on all the places. Follow me at all those links, and we'll see you next time.